Well, that was so great to see so many of my really great friends. It makes you realize how many friendships are created. Great friends, former colleagues, current colleagues, just to talk about the amazing Kelli Parsons. So it's really wonderful to be here tonight. I just want to say thank you to the College of Charleston, to Tom, to Wanda, to the Martin Center. It's really is truly a special thing to be asked to do, so thank you. Also, if ever you need me to come to Charleston, literally for anything at any point, I'm up for it. I'm up for it because yesterday was 80 in Washington, D.C., and I think we got 1 or 3 inches of snow today, so maybe I'll stay a little longer. So it really is such an honor to be here and to be a small part of something that is so special. A night focused on leaders, influencers, organizations who, through mentorship, have positively impacted so many people's careers. And, of course, I'm extremely honored to introduce and honor and celebrate and recognize tonight's recipient of the 2026 Distinguished Mentor Award to my friend and my mentor, Kelli Parsons. Kelli's work and her generosity as a leader has made our profession better. There is no question about that. I know it's made me better, and so when I heard she would be receiving this award, I thought, well, that's obvious. Of course, Kelli should receive this award. In my opinion, Kelli, and I guess it's just my opinion, but I bet a lot of people would say this. In my opinion, Kelli is the GOAT of mentorship, and I really do mean that. It is a really incredible gift to have received from Kelli. It's also a privilege to gush over Kelli for a few minutes and to thank her for everything she's done for me and so many other people. I think we've known each other 25-ish years, and I can say with a lot of certainty that you'll be super uncomfortable by the gushing, so that's sort of fun too. Kelli's career has been an awesome journey. She's an Emmy Award-winning journalist. She's a sought-after advisor to the C-suite of Fortune 50 companies. She's a crisis management expert. She's a business strategist. She is a CEO. She is a whisperer to CEOs. She's a leader, and perhaps most importantly, she is a mentor. I truly believe that at her core, Kelli gets the most professional joy and fulfillment from helping other people succeed and shine. That is a really special and rare gift. And to anyone, I know there are a bunch of students in the room, especially in a pretty intense corporate environment. And to have received that gift for the past couple of decades is really special. As an aside, I know I'm here to talk about Kelli as a professional mentor, but she's also got a lot of talent. So I think she's also my travel mentor. You pretty much planned my honeymoon 20 plus years ago, so thank you. 5-star rating, she's amazing. So if anyone's planning a great trip, I highly recommend Kelli. Her confidence is contagious. She always strives for excellence. She believes in taking smart risks, and she pushes herself and everyone around her to be better. And maybe a lot of people do those things, but Kelli's superpower, as JT and I have different superpowers, so you have different superpowers, but is that you do it in a quiet, calm, kind way, so that you walk away from every conversation with Kelli, be it positive or constructive, code for negative, knowing exactly what you need to do differently and feeling empowered to go do it. It is amazing. These are the mentorship moments that reveal who Kelli really is, and they're the moments that I've benefited from for the past couple of decades. All right, so let me give you a couple of examples to make it real. First, I don't know if Kelli's gonna remember this. It's 2001, I was working with Kelli at a global PR agency supporting technology clients. I landed a big media interview for the CEO of Compaq, which was a big deal. I know many of you are gonna have to Google what is Compaq, but back then it was a big deal, big brand. And it was one of our agency's largest clients. I had prepared and studied, and I shared all the materials with our Compaq clients, the executives, and Kelli was gonna staff the interview. And so I think the interview went well for a while, and then at the end, typical reporter said, one last question. And it sort of seemed like it was out of nowhere. And that last question was, are HP and Compaq gonna merge? Of course, we didn't know it at the time, but HP and Compaq were in fact about to announce a merger, and they definitely didn't want to break that news in this interview. So it put everybody in sort of an awkward position. I didn't prep Kelli or the Compaq executives for a curveball like that. I didn't know it was coming, but I should have, or I should have at least prepared for it. I was very disappointed in myself, and to say very, I should say incredibly, and every other sort of word you can think of to how much I was really upset with myself for not preparing them better. But Kelli, she was completely unflappable, calm, gracious, steady. In that moment, she showed me exactly what it looks like to lead while giving everyone else space to learn and to grow. And I know I learned a lot that day about the type of leader I wanted to be. Fast forward a few years, when Kelli put my name forward to lead the US tech practice at that same agency. I was still pretty green for a job that felt really big. Plus, in my mind, the natural candidate for somebody to lead the tech practice would live on the West Coast in the Bay Area, and I lived in Washington, D.C. Kelli didn't see either of my concerns as valid, because the truth is that as kind and empathetic as Kelli truly and deeply is, she actually doesn't have much time or patience for self-doubt or creating false obstacles. She encourages people to go for it. She's always there to support you and believe in you, and she gives you the room to figure it out. She believed in me, and so I believed in me too. That kind of belief stays with you as a professional and shapes you as a leader. And third was a few years later when Kelli and I weren't working together. I was in a job I absolutely loved, but I was considering another opportunity at a different company. The problem was I didn't really want to leave my pretty comfortable, very exciting, fun, interesting, all of the things, job for something that felt bigger, harder, and if I'm honest, a little scarier. I called Kelli for advice, and by the end of the call, I knew that it was time for me to leave that great and comfortable role for a bigger platform, a bigger opportunity, and a bigger brand. Kelli believed in me, and so once again, I believed in me too. That's who Kelli is, someone who invests in people quietly but powerfully, someone who tells you the truth, someone who sees your potential even before you fully recognize it, and someone who refuses to let you play small. My story is one of only many. It's the sum of all those stories that makes her so deserving of this honor. And so it is my true pleasure to be here tonight and to recognize an extraordinary leader, my peerless mentor and good friend, Kelli Parsons.